40-mile-per-hour winds buffeted this young owlet this day, April 15th, 2008. Hello, my name is Dolores Hagen, and welcome to our backyard. Look at that nest sway. The wind seemed to want to blow her cottonwood tree right off the landscape, but the owlet doesn't seem to mind at all. She just sits up there busying herself with her grooming chores. As she moves around up there, her feathers are exposed to the wind, and they raise up, showing just how fast that feather development is progressing. Color changes too. Note the browns and tan continuing to overtake the downy white covering she had. Those winds are giving her quite a ride up there, but she appears to be smart enough to keep a fairly low profile, preventing what could be a disaster if she were to be blown out of that nest. I find myself talking to her, saying, "Careful, careful," as I watch all that movement. I'm afraid a gust of wind is going to whisk her right out of that nest. For you camera buffs out there asking how we get these close-ups, I'm using a Canon 100-400 zoom with a 2x extender on a Canon high-def video recorder. It allows us to get in close, right at the action, without disturbing the subject. Now this little critter probably doesn't even know I'm here, which is the way it has to be. Otherwise, we would risk disturbing the nest, and that we just won't do. Now back to the subject at hand. I sure hope this little owlet is female, because I keep calling her she, but I don't have a clue as to the true gender. If anyone knows how gender could be determined from this vantage point, even with these close-ups, we would sure like to know about it. Otherwise, bear with me, it will just have to be she until otherwise determined. Look at those eyes. She's obviously focused on something across the highway. I guess it's not too important to her, as she appears to yawn. An owl can't move its eyes in the same way as humans can. When an owl wants to look at something outside its field of vision, it must turn its head to do so. Fortunately, an owl's neck is very flexible because it has twice as many vertebrae as a human neck. This enables the owl to quickly rotate its head a little more than 180 degrees. I can't get over those eyes. Somehow the experience of looking directly into those eyes one-on-one is something very special to me. I find myself counting the blinks, and I discovered something I didn't know. Owls can blink one eye at a time, like a wink. First one eye, a bit of elapsed time, and then the other eye. Or sometimes both at the same time. Or they close, looking like a nap is in the offing. Complete with another yawn. And another. From this angle, as the owlet raises her head, one can see the development of those ears or horns beginning, the ones the Great Horned Owl is named for. Actually, they are not ears, and they are not horns. They are tufts of feathers for the purpose of improving camouflage. The owl's real ears are slits on either side of its head, just below the facial discs. The tufts of feathers, which the owl can raise or lower to show its mood, can make the owl look just like the part of a tree. Boy, what a ride she's going for up there today. That nest is really, really moving. That's not camera shake, folks. That's the wind in excess of 42 miles per hour, rocking, swaying, battering back and forth. As she plays Rockabye Baby up there, it appears she is doing one of two things. One, she plans to sharpen her beak by eating the tree. Or perhaps number two, she's using one of those branches as an anchor, using it to hang on for dear life. But as she hangs on, the winds begin to settle down a bit, and she's able to let go. Now, let's sort of have a contest here. If you're watching this on YouTube, send me a vote as a comment. The question, which is it? Eating the tree, or is she hanging on? If you're watching at the Henderson website, vote by posting a quick reply. I'll report the results of the voting in the next update video. As we watch the chick groom her feathery coat, we'll say goodbye for this, the 7th Owlet update. My name is Dolores Hagen, and thank you for watching.